Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is a name that sparks conversation. He's a prominent environmental activist. He's also known for his controversial views on vaccines. Now, he's back in the headlines. Why? Because he's been tapped by Donald Trump to lead a major overhaul of the FDA. Yes, you heard that right. The FDA, the agency responsible for ensuring the safety of our food and medicine, is getting a shakeup. And RFK Jr. is holding the blueprints. What does this mean? Well, Kennedy has been a vocal critic of the FDA for years. He believes the agency is too cozy with Big Pharma. He thinks they've let dangerous drugs and chemicals slip through the cracks. His solution? A complete restructuring. He wants to see more transparency, more accountability, and less corporate influence. This news has sent shockwaves through the country. Some people are thrilled. They believe Kennedy is a much-needed voice of change. Others are terrified. They fear his appointment could put public health at risk. One thing is for sure, the FDA is in for a wild ride. Buckle up, folks. It's about to get bumpy. RFK Jr. is no stranger to controversy. He's been a thorn in the side of the establishment for decades. His views on vaccines in particular have made him a polarizing figure. Kennedy is a staunch believer in the debunked link between vaccines and autism. He's written books about it. He's given speeches about it. He's even testified before Congress about it. This stance has earned him the ire of the medical community. Doctors and scientists have denounced his claims as dangerous and irresponsible. They argue that vaccines are safe and effective. They say that Kennedy is spreading misinformation that could lead to outbreaks of preventable diseases. But Kennedy remains undeterred. He insists that he's fighting for the little guy, for the children who he believes have been harmed by vaccines. His unwavering belief, coupled with his famous name, has given him a platform and a following that most activists can only dream of.
The FDA is a massive agency with a huge mandate. It regulates everything from prescription drugs to cosmetics to pet food. It's responsible for ensuring that the products we consume are safe and effective. It's a tough job, and one that the FDA doesn't always get right. Over the years, the agency has been criticized for being too slow to approve new drugs. They've also been accused of being too quick to approve drugs that later turn out to be dangerous. The FDA has also been criticized for its handling of the opioid epidemic.
Kennedy has been one of the FDA's most vocal critics. He believes the agency has been captured by the industries it's supposed to be regulating. He points to the revolving door between the FDA and Big Pharma as evidence. He wants to see an agency that puts public health above corporate profits. The announcement of Kennedy's appointment has divided the nation. On one side, you have those who believe he's the right man for the job. They see him as a fearless advocate for the people, someone who isn't afraid to stand up to powerful interests.
I really think RFK Jr. is what we need right now. He's not afraid to challenge the status quo, and that's refreshing.
On the other side, you have those who are deeply concerned. They fear that Kennedy's personal beliefs will trump science and evidence-based decision-making.
Honestly, I'm worried. His views could undermine the scientific integrity of the FDA, and that's a big deal for public health.
They worry that his leadership will erode public trust in the FDA and lead to a decline in public health. The debate is playing out in the media, on social media, and in living rooms across the country. It's a debate that cuts to the core of some of the most important issues facing our society: the role of science, the influence of money in politics, and the responsibility of government to protect its citizens. What does the future hold for the FDA under RFK Jr.'s leadership? It's still too early to say, but one thing is for sure: it's going to be interesting. Kennedy is a man on a mission. He's determined to shake things up. Whether those changes will be for the better or for the worse remains to be seen.
One thing is certain: we need to be paying attention. The decisions made by the FDA have a direct impact on our lives. We need to make sure that those decisions are being made in the best interests of the public, not the interests of corporations or special interest groups.
So stay informed, get involved, make your voice heard. The future of our health may depend on it.
The future of our health may depend on it.